Everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern from Modern Salon TV. I am here with Christopher Dove, one of my fave people. And I mean that, we have so much fun together. We're at the Water Street Studio in New York City. We're doing a cool photo shoot that's coming out in a couple months. And Christopher is working with amazing hair extensions and hair color. And I just want you to tell the Modern Salon audience how you create this cool color using extensions.
Well, I'm using the Hair Dreams extensions and the Quickies, and basically the Quickies are little tape-on extensions, so it's really great for being able to add it in, you know, to kind of fill in spaces, because we have a top hair here, which is like going to go on the top of the head, and basically you have to kind of put pieces in around. But the color work that I've done on here is the most important thing. It's this beautiful kind of rosy gold, it's a very kind of soft pink tone, is some of our new Illumina color. And I've actually mixed two colors together. I've mixed 1005 and 805. And this, if you can see by the side of the box, it's not even American color at the moment. You know, they kind of shipped it from Europe because it hasn't launched here yet. So we've been able to kind of try and experiment and play with it. And the reason for this having the soft kind of violet-y tone to it is when you use it on natural hair, you need that violet to counteract the gold. But because the hair pieces have been pre-lightened, it gets the pure kind of pinky tone through, so it's amazing. I mean, it's kind of like, it's taking the Kelly Osbourne violet and making a Kelly Osbourne pink instead, you know? It's kind of changing it up completely. So I'm loving this. I've also worked through some of the oil, new Reflectives oil, because it kind of keeps the hair nice and soft when you're working with it. And one of the products that I like to use prior to that and dry it in is the keratin. So I use a RX treatment. That hardens the hair back up again. So when hair's been pre-lightened, it loses a lot of its kind of elasticity, and that kind of hardens it back up, which is important for keeping, especially when you're working with wigs and hair pieces, for keeping the integrity of the hair and making sure you can keep working with it.
All right, so hang on. I'm going to do this. So this is
Keratin, RX treatment.
All right, and you do that after everything else has been done?
Well, once you've washed the hair and before you start drying it, you want to dry that into the hair.
Okay, and then you follow with the oil.
Yeah, the oil's great for kind of finishing with. I mean, you can dry that into the hair too, but what I like to do with it is work it through and finish with it because it keeps the hair nice and soft and it gives an amazing shine.
Okay, any tips on actually coloring wefts? Do you have to leave it on longer? Does it help to add heat? I mean, I love you have such beautiful dimension here.
One of the things I would advise definitely when you're using any kind of pre-lightened hair, and this is not just with hair extensions, but it's with pre-lightened hair as well, is making sure that once you pre-lighten the hair, is you condition the hair really well. You make sure there's nothing left inside the hair. And we have a post-treatment from Wella, which actually stops the oxidation of any kind of peroxide still working inside the hair. And that means that whatever toner you put on top of it is going to stay. But I do say that using Color Touch rather than actual Colorston is the best way of really kind of pushing it into the hair, because with a hairpiece, you need to make sure it really goes in. You know, sometimes it will look like it's accepted the color, but because of the porosity, it loses it very quickly. So I like to use Color Touch because it helps lock it in a lot more.
Okay, last question. What's this curling action? I mean, is there anything special in curling a piece?
I've got an iron, and what I like to do is I've got an iron that's a conical iron. It's by Brazilian Heat, and it's wider on one side and narrower on the other. So you've got the choice of kind of going wide to narrow if you want to curl it that way, or you can just use the wide part, or you can just use the narrow part, which when you're doing session work, it's great to have not too many implements, but something you can dual use.
Okay, we'll do a little story on that. Yeah. Ooh, you know, stay tuned, and stay tuned for the shoot today. The shoot is amazing, pretty exciting, and congratulations. There's the whole story that goes with it, and great news.
I'm so happy that we're able to share it with you, really, and that you kind of like got on board. And Maggie's been so excited about this shoot too, and your excitement's infectious. So I've been working night and day getting these pieces ready for you today.
Well, it's working out great for us. Great. So again, thank you for bringing it to us,
and
I can't wait for the rest of the day.
Great.
Excited. Thanks. All right, see you. Bye.